Hi guys! So today on my channel I'm going to do a long-awaited Q&A and I'm really excited because I've been saying I'm going to do one of these and you guys have asked me questions, so I'm going to do one today. I'm going to kind of just go through all my questions I've got recently, asked questions and questions from previous videos, and any questions that I really haven't answered like directly through comments. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I hope this answers some of your guys' questions. And yeah, so let's get started because I have a lot of questions to go through. Alright, so my first question is from Chrissy Marie. She says, I just signed up for spring. I love watching you walk around and give a tour. It gives me an idea of what I might need. And she has two questions. Where did I get my comforter and how did I meet my roommates? So my comforter, if you guys have seen my old videos, that is I got it just on Amazon, just a cheap comforter because I was only going to use it for 4 months because it was a twin mattress. And I don't have that at home, so I got it from Amazon. It's a really, really cute comforter. I still have it. And then how did I meet my roommates? So when you apply for the program, you can go onto Facebook and join your program's Facebook groups. So ours was like Fall 2015 DCP accepted or whatever it might be. So on there's a whole bunch of people, like thousands of people, and they are posting roommate surveys, and you just scroll through and read everyone's roommate surveys, and you could just message them and be like, hey, what's up? A lot of my roommates too made YouTube videos, so we got to actually like hear each other talk and like hear personality. You could like see your personality better on a video than you can just like a typed out survey. So that's how I met my roommates, and it worked out amazing. I love my roommates. Yes, so it worked out amazing. We all got along really, really good. All right, the next question is from Jessica Does Disney, and she asks, how do you know the dates when you can start applying for the Disney College Program? So there is a website, literally disneycollegeprogram.com, I believe. I'll put it in the description box below. Go on there and it'll tell you whenever the dates come up, but it's twice a year. So for the spring program, it comes out the fall before that spring, and for the fall program, it comes out spring before that fall. So it's twice a year, and it'll tell you the dates leading up. There's like a Twitter page for it, Facebook page, so I'll try to leave all those links in the description box below so you guys can go look at it and see when the next date to apply is. My next question is from Paige Lockwood. She says, hi, my name is Paige. I've always been interested in the program. I was just wondering who's a good vlog to watch before you go. And asking me who I watched, and she said, by the way, I love your videos and your friends. You look like you guys are having a blast. Thank you so much. We really did have a really, really fun time there. It was the best experience I could have done. So some people that I watched before, I think I probably watched everyone that's made a DCP vlog ever. But my favorites to watch was, of course, you've probably seen, if you've looked up any DCP vlogs, Amy Puddles. She's hilarious. I really like the way that she captured her program. She captured a lot of the program. I will link other people in the description box below. But I would definitely, if anybody, check out Amy Puddles because she's hilarious. Like so funny. And she had a really, really good vlog. So that's who I would suggest. The next question is from Annie Ford. She said, does Rylee have a YouTube channel? So Rylee, if you don't know, is my roommate from the program. We hung out the most, just our schedules clicked and we really became super good friends. She's like my best friend now. I love Rylee, but she does have a YouTube channel. She vlogged her program and she's vlogging after. So I will put it in the description box below. So go check out Rylee because I love her. Tell her I sent you over there. All right, the next question I got asked a lot, so I won't be able to put one specific name, but everyone was asking me what camera I used, and the camera I used was the Canon G7X. I'll put it right here so you guys can see it. It is just a really good camera. It's good quality, and it's got a flip-up screen so you can see yourself while you're vlogging, which is dangerous because you probably shouldn't stare at yourself, but it helps to make sure you're in focus, and it's also an autofocus camera, which helps you too when you're vlogging, so you don't have to worry. You're moving around, pointing at different things. You don't have to worry about it being blurry. So I love the camera. I bought it specifically for vlogging when I got down there. My next question is from Jordan Johnson, and she asked, how do they do what days you work? Do you get to set your availability? So if you're doing the Disney College program, you are signing up that you have full availability, Monday to Sunday, all week, all day, morning, nights, everything. If you were to go into a part-time, full-time situation at Disney, then you would have more of a leeway, be able to set availability. But as a Disney College programmer, you are signing up that you are able to work full availability. You will not get to choose when you work. It's just luck of the draw. You get what you get. All right, so my next question is again from Annie Ford. She's been commenting a lot. She's really sweet. And she said, does Disney let you have visible tattoos, or do you have to cover it for work? So Disney does not let you have visible tattoos. That's not to say you can't work at Disney if you have tattoos, because you definitely can. I made a whole video about this called Working at Disney with Tattoos. So I will link that down below. It's explaining everything about working at Disney if you have tattoos, how to cover them up, what products I use to cover them up, the whole shebang. So I will link that down below, and hopefully it will help you guys out. The next comment I'm gonna answer is from Krista Larson, and she said, can you do a video on exactly what you do for your role? Would love to know. So I'm just gonna do like a short synopsis now, but I worked merchandise was my role, and my location was Animal Kingdom main entrance. And in main entrance, you work strollers. This is for Animal Kingdom. You work strollers. We worked at the camera store, or like PhotoPass store. We had a cart in front of the park, and then we had a cart and a store right outside of the park, right before you entered. So those were the locations that we worked at. We had 5 spots in total. That was my role. I got super lucky. I'm not a nighttime person, so I was so happy when I got Animal Kingdom. It's changing a lot now. Animal Kingdom is going to be a nighttime park really soon into the future, but when I worked there, we closed at like 6, so our closing shift was at 8 o'clock, 2 hours after park closed. So I got super lucky with working at Animal Kingdom. I loved it. And next one's from Miss Shelby, and she says, what was your experience like linking up with roommates before check-in? Could you pick all the girls that you wanted? And what was your housing preferences versus what you actually got? So I kind of just went over that, but linking up with roommates before check-in, so we met on Facebook. We really got along. We talked for like 3 months before we got down there, and we really had like a tight group of girls. We really got along. We knew we would be a good compatible group of people. So we did all that. We talked for 3 months, and then we decided that everyone was getting to Disney. Okay, so I think we checked in on a Monday. Everyone was getting into Orlando around Friday, Saturday time, and we were just staying a couple nights before with family and all that kind of stuff, getting ready to leave. So since we were all there early, we decided to meet up at Downtown Disney. Sorry, I just had to think about that. So one of the nights before Saturday, I think it was actually Sunday, we all met at Downtown Disney and at Earl of Sandwich, just so we could all get to know each other before we had to go to check-in and all that stuff. So the meeting was really good. We all got to talk and hang out for a little bit, and then the next morning was check-in. So we all got up and we met at Panera, which is right by Vista. It's super close. Which is where you check in. We went to Panera so we could all get breakfast, because check-in process is a long process. So we all wanted to get something to eat and then meet up so we could all go to Vista together and stand in line together. So that's what we did. As far as preferences, you also don't know if the roommates you choose to be with, if you'll be able to link with them. Most cases you are able to link. I've rarely seen it not work out that way. It all worked out for us. We got to pair up. We had the Commons as our first preference, then Patterson, then Chatham, and then Vista. We got Patterson, which was our second choice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. we got our second choice, which wasn't that bad. We were not that bummed. The reason we wanted the Commons was because they have laundry inside of their apartments, but our house in Patterson was literally, you walk out your door and the laundry room was right there. So it turned out really, really good. All right, so my next question is from Sea Princess. I hope that's how you say it. Says, I'm thinking about doing this in the summer. Any tips how to cope with homesickness? This was something I was really worried about going into the program. I'd never lived away from home. I had a boyfriend of 3.5 years, and that's, yeah, I was just really, really nervous about homesickness. But something I will tell you is you are gonna be so busy while you're there. You're gonna be working 40+ hours a week, and when you're not working, most of the time, most people are in the parks. Literally, I was in the parks every day. There's like 1 or 2, 3 weeks that I was home on my days off. But when you're home, you have laundry to do, you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to go buy groceries. So you're gonna be so, so busy. So that's something that really, really helped me. And if you like going to the parks, then go to the parks as much as you can is what I would say. Never miss an opportunity to go. Make friends with your roommates. Don't think of them as just roommates. Try to really get to know them, be friends with them, and also the people you work with, really get to know them. And yeah, so go hang out. There's always chances to do things that aren't Disney related. There's Universal, go to Universal if you're feeling like you just need to not be at Disney for a little bit, which is totally understandable. You're there for 4 or 5 months, so go do other stuff. There's a bunch of stuff to do in Orlando. Just go out, have fun. Yeah, that's what I would say. Just stay really busy. And that's what helped me the most. All right, so the next question I have is from Kate Renee, and she says, did you have to pay for the DCP in general like you do with regular college? So yes and no, not like regular college. You do have to pay a small fee to do the program. It's like, okay, I say small, but it's like $350 once you've gotten accepted to the program and you want to accept your offer, you see which role you got, you pay around $350. That's what I believe it was when I did the program. And then while you're in the program, you pay for your housing like you would rent. So your rent gets taken out of your paycheck automatically every month. When I was there, it was about $100 a week. Oh, I said every month, I meant every week, sorry. So it was about $100 every week that got taken out of my paycheck to pay for our room. And that's all you pay for. So everything else you make is your money to spend. It's basically just like having a full-time job. All right, my next question is from Kate Renee also. She had good questions. She said, what were the major benefits of the program? What was my favorite place to eat? My favorite ride? And if you could be in any Disney movie for a day, what would it be? And would you be a certain character in the movie or just you? That's a really good question. So, major benefits of the program, you will have the time of your life. I like keep saying this, but there's no other way to put it. Like, I had so much fun. It does not ruin the magic. I say that for me as a personal experience, but I feel like someone who really has a passion about Disney and everything that it encompasses, it won't ruin the magic. It can only build the magic. You will be so appreciative of everything that there is to offer. Every detail that's put into everything, every scent, every sight, every color, you will appreciate it so much more. Like, it did not ruin the magic for me in the slightest. Another big benefit is the friends you make. I loved all my roommates. We are still friends. Rylee is one of my best friends now, so literally so grateful for that. All the people you work with, just everything. You meet so many people from around the world, and that's the greatest thing you could take away from the program, in my opinion. What was my favorite place to eat? That is a good question. I have to think about that for a second. I'll come back to that. What was my favorite ride? My favorite rides are still Big Thunder Mountain, sorry, I have to pick a couple. I'm gonna go top 3. So Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, and Figment. If you could be in any Disney movie for a day, what would it be? And would you be a certain character in the movie or just you? I would definitely say Tangled because it's so pretty. I feel like if I could be any character, I would be Pascal. He just goes along for the ride and gets to see everything, and he's so cute. So yeah, that's who I would be. All right, back to favorite place to eat. This is really hard because I feel like one of my favorite places, this is just one of, I can't pick a favorite, but Hoop-Dee-Doo Review at Fort Wilderness Lodge. It is dinner and a show, and it's family style dinner, so you just get so much food, like southern food, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, cornbread, like such good food and so much of it. And me and Rylee went at the beginning of our program, and it was so much fun. They do a little show, like sing and entertain, stuff like that, and it is so much fun. So I would say Hoop-Dee-Doo is one of my favorites. Alright, so the next question is from Michael Morris, and he says, can you stay longer than 5 months if you want to? So you can apply for the fall program or the fall advantage program. So fall program is about 4 months, and then if you wanted to do a longer stay, you could do fall advantage, which is about 6 months, I want to say. So say you get into the fall advantage program. At the end of that program, there is an extension email that goes out if you want to extend into the spring program. So you could go fall advantage, do about 6 months, 5.5, 6 months, and then do the spring program basically. So you're doing 2 whole programs. So you can stay longer than 5 months if you want to. All right, my next question is from Addie Grace, and she says, was it difficult to get into the college program? And do I remember what the hardest part of admission process was? I can't tell you if it's difficult to get into the program or not, just because there's not really statistics on it. I know as time goes on, it's getting harder and harder because more people are applying and they have to cut it down. They can't let everyone come into it. So they're having to cut the selection down, narrow it down to whoever they feel is right for the position. So I would say it is hard in the fact that there's so much competition to get into it, and it's just growing, and that more people are finding out about it. And do I remember what the hardest part of the admission process was? For me, the hardest part was the phone interview, just purely on the fact of the build-up of the phone interview. So if you don't know about the admission process, you apply for the program. You then are directed, if they decide it fits for you, you are directed into a web-based interview. And then you take an interview, and it's pretty much like scenario questions saying like, if this were to happen, how would you handle the situation? And just answer truthfully. And it was really easy for me. It was a quick 20-minute survey. Immediately after you take it, you will be notified if you have passed the web-based interview to move on to the phone interview. If you pass, then congratulations, you're gonna get a phone interview schedule, and you schedule when you want to take it, and someone from the Disney College program will call you and have a phone interview with you. So for me, that was the phone interview is the hardest part because I was so nervous. I have anxiety talking on the phone, talking to people, so I was so nervous. So I would say to help get past the nerves, research. There's tons of vlogs on YouTube of people recording their actual phone interview. That helps. You know what kind of questions they're gonna ask you. They're gonna ask you the same kind of scenario questions. So if a customer were to blah blah blah, how would you handle the situation? Why do you want to do the program? Why do you feel like you're a right fit for the program? Those kind of questions. So I would say do your research, be prepared, be in a quiet room, be by yourself, and you should be good to go. Just be honest with them. All right, and my last question is from Nicole Nation. She says, are you gonna do another college program? I don't think I will do another college program just because I loved my first program so much, and by the time I was ending my first program, I was kind of ready to move on to something else and do something else. Not saying that I didn't like it or that it was getting bad or anything like that, but it was just time for me to go. I had a lot of things to do back home. I had responsibilities back home, so. Sorry, my cat's playing with the toy. And he's done. So I don't think I'll do another college program. Will I work for Disney in the future? I would love to work for Disney in the future. That's like my ultimate goal. Now that I've got back and like had to step back and like see everything that happened, I want to work for Disney so bad. I want to be an Imagineer, or at least like sit in the same room as Imagineers at like a desk or something. But I love the company, everything it stands for, so I would love to work for Disney again, just not. So I'd love to work for Disney again, just I don't think another college program would be right for me. I think something else would be better. So I don't think the college program would be right for me, but working for Disney in the future is definitely a goal of mine, for sure. Okay, that's all the questions. Sorry if this video is super long. It probably is, I don't know. Try to make it as short as possible, and I'll try to leave as many links in the description box that I can so you guys can go check out a bunch of stuff. If you guys haven't been watching, I filmed my entire college program. I vlogged it, so if you want to go check out the vlogs, please do. So that's all for my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it was helpful for you if you are doing the college program or about to do it or wanting to apply. Go do it. I say this at the end of every video, I think, but apply, do the program. It's the funnest time ever if you go into it with a positive attitude and you know you're there to work. You will have the greatest time of your life. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.